Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we return to the rise of House Grand, where we're now playing as Lord Robert. We are of age finally, we have decent manpower which is fully replenished, and we can now try and claim the High Lordship, but first we need 1500 prestige to do so, so we're going to have to try and do some events or something to try and raise that up. We did have our son and heir in the last episode, Axel Grand. One thing I have done off screen, I asked everyone in the Discord and they thought that it was the right thing to do, was to increase, because we got interrupted of our squire training. It means that we didn't have any fighting ability, which was quite annoying because we had a very good night. We did lots of decent squire events and such, and then it all got ruined because we had to be knighted because we were 16 and a lord. So I've just added trained fighter onto Robert. Nothing too spectacular, just an average trained fighter, and then if we do get chances to improve that later on, we do. If not, then we don't, but I think he deserves at least trained fighter for how well he did in his squiring. No new custom characters for this episode because I want to get this High Lordship first, and then we can bring even more in and share out the lands of Pink Maiden between those new custom houses. We will unpause straight away. Let's get into the episode. Let's have a look what sort of decisions we've got. Something, I think training for a tournament actually spend prestige, didn't it? So we don't want to do that, although it could improve us a little bit, maybe get the strong trait like it did for our father. I don't really think there's anything. If we meditate at the Weirwood, can we do something to try and improve it? Maybe let's have a look. Is there anything that we can do to try and improve our prestige? The Blessing of the Divines, we gain 50 piety. We get Weirwood fertility blessing. Could get a pet cat or dog. Good health, you gain minor bonus to your health. Calm, guidance. So there's not really anything there, so let's just go for guidance then and see what we can get for that. My beloved wife, the servants have all been sent away and our bed has been decorated with roses. As Lady Aurene enters our chambers, she smiles nonchalantly and joins me without any hesitation. With the help of hands, mouths and limbs, we reaffirm the devotion we swore before the seven who are one, perhaps in a more carnal fashion than intended. As we were united in marriage, we are now united in heart. Perfect. She becomes our lover. So hopefully that's going to give us plenty of heirs. Should we also go for the romance scheme? Why not? Because we went through all that hard work with Duncan and then it ended instantly. Romance declaration of love. The time has come to let my feelings towards Lady Aurene be known. I want her to remember this day for the rest of her life. Sing a love ballad, write a poem. Impress her by winning a sparring match. Go with our gut instinct and see what happens. I found a classic Westerman love ballad which suits Aurene perfectly. I practice it over and over. Everything must be perfect. I find my sunshine walking in the Grand Gate Gardens, surrounded by her friends. With my heart beating like a hammer, I kneel before her and sing. Aurene's cheeks turn a deep pomegranate red, but she does not interrupt me. Her companions all look pleased or jealous, surely a good sign. You have a beautiful voice, my lord, Aurene says. Before she hurries off, her friends are quick to follow. I stand up on shaking legs, watching them disappear between the hedges, my heart beating harder than ever. Aurene won't resist my charms for long. We could always host a hunt or something, I'm pretty sure, which does give us prestige if we were to host an activity. Just a small hunt or a small feast. Then again, we've not really got any vassals yet, so we'll save that until we're High Lord. We're not going to go on a grand tour. There's not really anything to see, and it costs a hell of a lot of money as well, I've just noticed. Let's just arrange a small hunt, which may gain us prestige, which is what we need. It's only a small amount of gold, so we will do that. Should we go for falconry or hunt? Let's just go for a normal hunt for now. And we will go... Do we stay in these lands here, or do we go up in... That's why we went for the links. So let's march on to side press. And then we will customize that route. And let's add another location on the map into Hell's Run and back. That should do nicely. Caravan Master, I won't add one. Travel options, hire a jungle store. Where have we got? We've got the hire the forest guide. We'll go for that, and I don't think we can go for any of these superior mounts or such for now. That's fine. Recreation, slay beast, murder, seduce, befriend. No, just recreation. That's fine. Well, then again, we could go for slay the beast, one who brings down. Yeah, let's go for slay the beast. Confirm. Search parties, that's the average one. So we'll, then again, no, let's go for a higher success chance. We have got plenty of gold. And party size, more prestige on completion. Then we'll go for a substantial party. Then we'll go all out. Manage guests. Friends, court hunters, rivals, glory hound, vassals, liege. Yeah, that's fine. Travel route, deviation too large, 1 day. Okay, so it's slightly too far. We'll take that off then. We'll just stick with just a side pressing back, a small hunt, but with a lot of people, and hopefully that will improve things. We've had a forest guide added, whoever she is. Wow, incredible learning, 27 learning. Your scheme has been frozen. That's fine because we are on a hunt. I'll be hosting a hunt in side press and time has come for us to depart. I have no doubt I will soon be returning home covered in glory. It's true there is nothing quite like a good old-fashioned hunt. As we await the arrival of the rest of the guests, my servants can get started on the preparations. The gamekeepers check the woodlands each day for signs of quarry while establishing a camp close to the hunting grounds. I've checked my gear and horse many times. It won't be long now. Okay, who have we got on this hunt with us? Jonas Bracken, who's getting quite old now. Beslan Pate, who's getting very old now. And, oh, I didn't get to see the others. It was Claypool and someone else. Beslan, your master of the hunt, summons the party to gather as the light reaches the camp in the woodlands near Cypress. My many gamekeepers and flushers have been poring over the area for tracks and fumes. A stout buck is definitely in the area, and the conditions could hardly be better for hunting it. Let's get out there. I want to hunt something with Vim, or we'll corner a tricksy hare instead. That's pretty pathetic. So the stag's quite hard. We can go for a wolf. No, let's go for the stag. Let's go all out. Yes, we've got Amos Claypool and Roman Basgrover, the others, on our hunt with us. We've got a high success chance, though, which is good. My courtier Kerwin is crouched down on the ground, humming cheerfully, picking lilies. Who's here again? Kerwin Greywield. To have lost all interest in the hunt. Lord, what a bounty of nature. Look at these plants. Truly the wealth of the earth knows no bounds. We do not appreciate these simple treasures enough. Get back on your horse. Fascinating. What's that flower? Are you practicing witchcraft? No. Get back on your horse, sir. Stop pissing about with flowers. And away from the others, I come across a cottage housing one of the most beautiful people I have ever laid my eyes on. She has invited me to stay and rest, and I am surprised by how much I have in common with a simple peasant. Must you return to the hunt so soon, my lord? I have never met a man like you before. Let's have a look who she is. She does have the beautiful trait, indulgent wastrel, honest, greedy, compassionate. Very good diplomacy. Interesting character. Perhaps I can stay just a little longer. Success chance decreases. And we lay with a main, or I'm here to hunt, nothing more. You gain resisted advances for 5 years. We gain piety. We want the prestige, but we want success in the hunt. I'm here to hunt, nothing more. We're doing this for the prestige, and you are known for your dedication to the faith. Skilled Master of the Hunt, gained 35 prestige. My huntsman have pointed out a secluded clearing downwind of the beast's coverts, a perfect place to form our bow line and await the stag, driven thither by the hound's teams. It would be a fine chance to practice our archery on real moving target. A great suggestion. You'll attempt to ambush the stag. You gain 13% stress because you are brave. No, I want to corner it, and we'll gain prestige from that, so we've got to go for that option. I only need 260 now. Lucas Pate found tracks. My vassal, Master Ryan, and I crest a hill. We hear it. Snapping twigs, rustling branches, and birds screaming in fright herald the arrival of a furious boar, and it's heading straight for us. He gasps. Look at the size of those tusks. Its path ends here with me. You get weak hook favour on Master Ryan. Greatly increase hunter trait experience. You complete your slay beast intent. Lose 65% stress. 45% chance that the beast is slain. 37% chance wounds us. 17% chance that we are seriously injured. Ryan, do something. Run away. We're going to have to risk it and just hope that it doesn't kill us. Knowing my luck, this is going to kill us. I can just see it. It's going to kill us. No, we slayed the boar. Get in. I was not expecting that. You gained 75 prestige. Perfect. That puts on 1300. 200 to go. I heft my spear and cautiously move towards the exhausted animal. I choose my moment carefully, plunging my blade deep into its heart. Take that. Awesome. The great beast halts just before reaching us, squealing and swiping wildly. I draw my knife from a belt and put myself between the boar and Ryan just before the animal suddenly charges forward. My blade finds its heart, its tusks barely missing me, and it collapses to the ground in a heap. That is how you slay a boar. I shall keep something to remember this. We can get the boar tusk and a weak hook, or just a weak hook. No, we'll take a trophy. Of course we will. That's an impressive hunt. After hours of riding, we are finally cornering the wily beast. Our chase has not been in vain. The exhausted, panicked animal has turned to bay, struggling to stand and snorting in panic. The air resounds with blowing horns, barking dogs, and the party's cry as the circle is closed around the defiant buck. I will shoot it. We gain 37 prestige, increases hunter trait experience. I will bring it down myself. It's the same chance as the last one. I don't think I dare risk it two times in a row. So let's just shoot it and take the 37 prestige. I don't dare risk it twice. I take home as the party keep the exhausted animal in place, exhale and loose. The arrow strikes true straight into the beast's heart. That's how you do it. We still gain some prestige. And hopefully by the end of the hunt, we'll gain enough to get that 1500, surely. Hunts like these are pure joy. I cannot wait for the next year. There is nothing quite like the thrill of bringing down a mighty beast. Beslan, the master of the hunt, directs the breaking up, carefully skinning the carcass with direction from the game masters. We place the eager dog's share of the spoils on the stretched hide before departing for camp and home. I'll keep a memento. You will become the owner of Stag Antler. We lose a load of stress. We gain the trait Hunter. Gain free trait experience in Venator. And we gain 450 prestige, which is awesome. 40 glory. Dangerous beast slain for 10 years. Every participant gets 225 gold as well. Or we can give it to Armistead Strider, which we won't do. We're going to keep it for ourselves. I'll keep the Mento. You've become the owner of Stag Antler. Perfect. And we can finish the hunt. That puts us at near enough 1800, which is perfect. So let's wait for ourselves to arrive home. At long last, I'm finally home. There is nothing better than arriving back in Grandgate after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onward. My entourage reports that we have journeyed for 61 days and traversed 1 baronet. That's a hell of a journey. And now we have enough to claim our liege's title, which will make him lose 50% opinion of us, but I don't care. You get an unpressed claim on the High Lordship of Pink Maiden. Lord Mark lost 50% opinion of you for 1 year for claiming the title. That's fine. Gets an unpressed claim on High Lordship of Pink Maiden. Yeah, we've already done that, so we're not going to worry about that now. So can we now just go and declare war? Our claims for the High Lordship of Pink Maiden. Some vassals from both realms might join the war. We've got a lot of manpower. Oh, 3,000. He's got 3,600. But how much of that is our own manpower is what I want to... We had 3,000 manpower before. So how come we've now lost a little bit of manpower? Let's look into that. Yeah, our levies have gone down slightly for some reason. We had 3-1 at the beginning of this episode. We do have a bit of gold, though, so we could always, before going to war... What have we got? Riverland Footmen, size 2 out of 10, 6 out of 8, 2 out of 8. Let's increase this by 200 men, our Riverlands Footmen. And let's... What else should we add? Riverlands Footmen, Light Footmen, who are very cheap. We could afford to buy a cheap regiment of them. Maybe some pikemen. Let's just go for some... How many are we allowed? We're only allowed 4. Ooh, I don't want to waste it on light footmen then. That would be a bit of a waste. Could always go for the armoured horsemen at some point. We won't build any more men-at-arms regiments. How much is it to increase you? 85. We do have enough to get some more trident scouts. Plenty of bowmen. No, we'll go for some more footmen instead. There we go. That's all of our gold spent on that. Let's just let those replenish then. And then we can try and press our claims. It will give us a lot more manpower once they do fully replenish. And they are fully sorted. How is our son looking? 0 years old still. Hopefully we'll have another son on the way pretty soon, I imagine. We are still scheming as well, which is perfect. Read it again. The last part, Robert said abruptly, chewing his nails. Aureen rubbed the corner of her eyes. Robert, the candle has nearly guttered, and the sun will rise soon. Robert paced and sighed. Yes, just read it. Aline replied with a sigh of her own. You are summoned to do obedience before your lord and your gods. Signed, Mark Piper, Lord of Pink Maiden. My gods, Robert thought. I must go, mustn't I? He queried, eyes fixed upon his lady. Go? Aline rebuffed. Go to Pink Maiden and you'll next find yourself with your father. Go to Pink Maiden and you'll never be allowed to leave again. It all seems quite simple to me. Aline rose and fell into the bed adjacent. Simple? Robert thought, as he strode to the door and down the spiral stairs to the Godswood. The heart tree at Grand Gate was a spindly thing, its limbs white and seemingly malnourished. Yet here he might find the gods of his forebears. He reached for a root, festooned amidst the mossy landscape. If I am to decline and stay, it is open rebellion, and I cannot look to Riverrun for succour. The reign of Edmure II was marred, as was his kingdom. Edmure had lain with his own sister, and no true son or daughter of the Seven would kneel to any such. Robert resigned and fell on his back amidst the roots, his eyes piercing through the brittle limbs to the stars beyond. He could glimpse the crone's lantern and the king's crown. His father would often stare at the heavens, the crown in particular. He stared at it now, as his eyes grew heavy and he drifted asleep. He woke abruptly to the hunting horns and galloping of hoofs, the braying of mares and the barking of dogs. He reeled to find his feet. He looked to the sky to see if the stars were still there. Daylight. Yet the sun was not the sun. The sun was a golden eye. Beneath it flew a dragon, northbound. How? How? Robert knew this place. He was in the forest not a league away from Grandgate. He turned to see a man sat amongst mist on a moss-covered stone, wiping the life's blood off some creature of his spear. Do you not know this place, boy? The man asked as he leaned his spear against the rocks. He was as tall as Robert, his curls reminiscent of a man lost. Who do you call boy? I am lord here, Robert shouted, skittering towards the figure. His hands lifted to his eyes. The eye above's light was blinding him. Is that so? A lord does not prevaricate, nor doubt. I see a frightened boy too meagre to claim his destiny, our destiny. His eyes were now blue, flame that burned through the mist. It parted to reveal Lord Duncan Grand, at his feet a bushed girl, flowing fabric covering her sporadically. Robert stepped back at that. What is this? What have you done? Robert was all of a sudden a boy again, his gaze meeting his father's, but only when his head was upturned as the larger man reached out, poked him between the eyes and shouted what needed to be done. The dragon above roared and the eye's light consumed all. My lord! My lord! A robed man loomed over Robert as his eyes adjusted to the light. Maester? Robert said, his teeth chattering, icicles formed in his ash-black hair. Yes, my lord. He hurried to lift Robert. We must get you inside. Robert pushed away, leaning against the weirwood. How many ravens do we have, Maester? The man stuttered and rubbed his hands together, clearly somewhat perturbed. 20, my lord, he answered, his tone thick with inquisitorial concern. Robert pushed to his feet, towering above the aged man. Good, they all fly tonight. His words frosted in the air in front of him. Romance poetic license. There is no woman lovelier than Lady Aurene. In her presence my words often fail me. None of my compliments ever do her justice. Perhaps a carefully drafted poem would better capture her virtues. I will write about her fierce fearlessness, soaring ambition, strength of body. Let's have a look at her. What has she got? Deceitful, humble, impatient, arbitrary. Fierce fearlessness. She's charmed, or she could respond negatively and lose 10% opinion of us. Let's go for strength of body, and hopefully that makes her happy. Claim liege title. High Lord of Pink Maiden. Gets unpressed claim. What's all that about? I've already done it. Aurene does not respond. Well, that's better than being a negative response, I suppose. And here we go. Yeah, they are replenishing now. We've got 200 more footmen to wait for. We do have decent knights as well. So, wow, 3-6 there, though. 7 knights. 300 river bows. Has a daughter, Bella Piper. Too old for our son, unfortunately. Why are we losing so much gold at the minute? And Lord Mark is being attacked by Lord Lucas, war declared on Liege. Following the start of the Wayfarer's Rest claim on the Lordship of Pure Springs, our Liege has called their banners, and we must now decide how to answer the summons. Let it be known that House Grand shall declare for the Liege, remain neutral, side with the enemy. We will remain neutral, and this, I think, will be the perfect chance now, considering they're being attacked in Wayfarer's Rest claim on the Lordship of Pure Springs is what we want, isn't it? So this is the perfect time to now declare war ourselves. Lord Mark is being attacked by you. Let's raise all our armies. Who do we have? Commando. We've got Ingram, who's obviously really good, really decent, but then we do have Roman Basgrave, who's a forder, which is good for all the rivers around us, and he can also move our army around a bit quicker, so I am going to go for him for now. And allies joined the war. Lord Robin Float River joined the Grand Gate claim on High Lordship of Pink Maiden. Who are you? From this bit of land here, that's fine. He's got 1,700 men though, for somehow. And then we've got the other Pure Springs, which is of course going to join. Do we actually have an alliance with Lord Brax? No, but we can negotiate one. That's fine. I don't think we're going to need his manpower. I'm hoping we'll have enough manpower. Wow, 3,900. So that suddenly jumped up a lot more than previous. That's fine. Let's march. Here we go. Let's go, lads. The time is now. And wow, we've got a lot of wars going on here. River King Edmure is now sharing power. What else is going on in this war here? Who have we got involved in this war? So on the side of Wayfarer's Rest, we have quite a lot of lords. That's fine. Let's just stay out of the way for now. If we can siege something down on the border while staying out the way of everything that's kicking off there. Let's march up to, what's this here? Early Grave. Let's get that under siege in Float River. Let the Vances fight the Pipers. And then we can take out whoever the weaker one of those two is. How much of a siege is this? Or are we not actually... we actually need to siege Pink Maiden. Okay. Let's march on to the province of Brock Hall then and see what we can do there. I'm not sure who's winning this battle. That's a huge Vance army though, which I don't really want to cross paths with if we can help it. We do have more manpower, but I still don't really want to cross paths with it if we can help it. Do we have a siege leader? I'm pretty sure that we do not. Oh, we do. Master Ryan of Miranda, but it would take him 7 days to get here, and he's a lot less... he's got a lot less prowess than our other options, so I don't really want to risk it. The Army of Acorn's Ridge is marching down on us. Hopefully it's not going to attack us. That would be annoying if we were to lose there. As of late, all my visits to Irene have been ruined by my vassal, Master Ryan. He follows her everywhere like a lost puppy. He attempts to charm the lady, laughable, yet I fear his persistence will be rewarded. A duel will prove who is worthy. Who are you again? You're not of much importance, but you are a trained fighter. An unfortunate case of food poisoning will do the trick. His love is not true. Coin will persuade him to stop. No, I'm not bribing him. Do we duel him? Would we... What's his prowess? He's got 0 dread. 10 prowess. What is our own prowess? Our own prowess is 21. A duel will prove who is worthy. 76% chance that we win that duel. Maester Ryan stood no chance against my might. His defeat was surely embarrassing, and my sunshine Aurine saw all of it. She has not paid him any attention since. Another enemy vanquished. Stay away from my bird, mate. Right. Siege is going well. Hopefully they're going to ignore us and go after the Piper host instead. Who is this host here? Ally army. Army of Float River. Oh, we actually classed as an ally. Ah, yeah, of course, because we're both attacking him. Does this mean that we could lose Pure Springs here, which is... That's quite annoying, actually. Let's march on to Pink Maiden and get Pink Maiden under siege, because we could get the High Lordship, but then Vance takes over Pure Springs, which I suppose won't be the end. We could always go to war with House of Vance to take that, and we've got a perk. Let's have a look. Golden Obligations, Taxman, Cutting Cornerstones, Chains of Loyalty. Let's go for Taxman. We need to increase our incomes if we can. And Pink Maiden's actually too strong to siege, so Yeah, we'll go for this bit of land instead. We'll just carry on the siege like we was. We'll let the Vances weaken down the enemy host as much as possible, which looks like they're going to slaughter it. And our liege has lost their war with Lady Eleni of House Vance, and Pure Springs has been lost. That's annoying. So we have lost that bit of land. Is it still a Piper Lord who rules it? No, so those Pipers have... Is that... It's part of our de jure title, isn't it, I think? Pretty sure it is. That's annoying that we've lost a bit of land, but it gives us a new enemy, I suppose, for when the Pipers are taken care of. We're going to get the High Lordship still, which is the most important thing, but there is that bit of land that does belong to us. Romance, the request. Lady Aurene, let me prove my devotion to you in any way you deem fit. Aurene ponders the request for a while before her face lights up. I have been plagued by nightmares lately. If you are truly devoted to me, you will stand guard outside my chambers and make sure no evil reaches me. You will sleep undisturbed. We did that as the father, and the law of sleep claims you. Lady Aurene of Grandgate gained sleep deprived for 5 years and lost 10% opinion of... Oops, Robert fell asleep. Whoopsie. Okay. Lord Piper has 6 men left or something silly, so we can actually just now divide and conquer. We've got Master Ryan in charge of that, who is a siege leader. We'll leave him in charge. We can now siege down Pink Maiden as well, so we'll do that. And, well, there isn't any enemies on the field to defeat, so I know we're in debt. We're losing a lot of money, but there's not much we can do about that for now. We'll soon replenish that. A spouse meditates with faith of the 7 subjects. Okay. When Lady Aurene suggested a hunt, I did not hesitate to organise one. I would do anything for a mere glimpse of my rose. I think this is the same event that Duncan had, isn't it? Where they're going to get down and dirty in the woods. I'm stalking through the underbush. My page at my heel and my hound just ahead. It seems as if I found a trail, then suddenly I'm like, yeah, concentrated by a woman's scream. I'm coming for you, my love. Yeah, it's going to be the same, isn't it, I think. Aurene, I'm coming. I burst through the foliage into the clearing, my heart beating wildly, sweat streaming down my face. But the scene before me is not what I expected. There is a stag, yes, but it is on the ground and an arrow stuck between its eyes. Aurene lowers her bow and she turns to face me. What is this about, Lord Robert? Did you think me incapable of defending myself? And we lose another 10% opinion of us. Well, for God's sake. It's a little bit more capable than our mother, it would seem. And we are about to siege this now. It's almost finished. Yeah, 4 days left remaining. At least we've got a bit of gold out of it. Not that's going to help us. Can we now go and siege the province of... No. You stay where you are in Pink Maiden. Oh, that's annoying. Did not mean to move there. Never mind. Can we not even siege this bit of land down? No, we can't. So we have literally just got to siege Pink Maiden. That's all there is to do. Who is this host that's with us? Oh, Float River's joined our side. That's interesting. Robert's first bonds. Oh, back when you were but a little child, I'll always cherish those days, says my mother, Andra, quite unprompted. Everything comes rushing back. I know that my mother held a deep devotion to me, and while my father Duncan lived, he too loved me fiercely. He even accepted my milk tooth into his own hand. It's too late to thank him, though. My gratitude goes only to my mother now. I love you so much, mother. You gain the trait loyal. I'll pass the loving care onto my children. You gain parenting by example. And we lose stress or family gratitude and so on because we are wrathful. Let's go with I love you so, mother. I didn't realise that Last River had joined us. That's interesting. House Perrin. Not sure if I like that sigil. So, guys, if any of you want to claim this house, feel free to put your suggestions forward. We can always change the sigil. I don't think... Are they a canon house? I'm not sure if they're a canon house. I'm not sure I recognise it. So, let's merge those together. And Pink Maiden should fall pretty soon. Within 3 months. Massively in debt now, unfortunately. I'm gutted that we lost Pure Springs, which is a very nice open plain with some hills and rivers. We'll have to take it back. We will have a claim on it, of course. How strong is Lord... Wow, Lady Vance is pretty strong. 7,000. But then again, we'll probably have a similar number once we get all of our High Lordship. So we are going to have to look out for those. Spouse meditates with Faith of the Seven again. Okay. How is this siege now going? 37 days. I know that we could change it for our siege leader, but for the sake of a couple of days, I can't be asked. You inherited the province of Sid's Roos from Lady Elena of Sid's Roos. Male oh, yeah, that's the one who was an old lady with no kids. That's fine. It gives us another barony to give away. I know it's nothing too exciting, guys, but if you get landed there, at least you get something. Lord Mark is now sharing power. Okay, we won the siege of Pink Maiden. We've managed to capture Melanie, who is Melanie... Lord Piper's mother. Yeah, we'll ransom her because we could do with the gold, if I'm honest. And then we can end the war after that. I want to make sure I get the gold first for the ransom. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. And can we demand a hostage? I don't think we can. Enforce demands. To my liege, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. River King Edmure has become your new liege through right of conquest. You are now a mighty lord, and we have finished our father's ambitions. We can now disband all of our hosts. Faction created against you. Your vassal Lord Mark created the faction to install Mathis on the Pink Maiden throne against you. Okay, yeah, because he is now going to hate us. He's got, like, no manpower, though, so he shouldn't be too much of a threat. Let's have a look at the factions. One's the High Lordship of Pink Maiden. Who is this Mathis Piper, who... Isn't he in our court anyway? Yeah, and he's betrothed to our daughter, so that's fine. Aren't you the younger brother of the current lord, actually? Okay. We could do something with that. We could take care of you. You could accidentally fall off your horse. And your brother... Oh, you do have a daughter, though. Bell Piper. Okay, but it gives us a spare Piper, doesn't it? Who is doing a faction against us. Offer him a knight tutelage. Let's see. Who have we got? Let's send him to Jonas Bracken. Oh, we can't actually do that. Clayton, that's a different Piper. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. There we go. There we are. Now a High Lord, which is awesome. Powerful vassals expect council positions. Who have we got? We've got Lord Robin of Float River, who's not amazing in anything, really. 14 in 3. And we've got Lord Mark of House Piper, who's also not that great, if I'm honest. But, which one are you doing? I've not actually got you doing anything at present. Let's get you going for... What is our wife good at? Very good at intrigue. Very good at diplomacy. Let's get you... You can go for court politics. Why not? I don't really want to change any of my courtmen. I do feel like we do need to reward Lord Robin, though, this blind guy, because he did do well, to be fair. We could always replace Amos, I suppose. He's good at diplomacy. We could replace Jonathan Dirt. He hooks a potential hook secret, strong hook, loyalty. Not sure how we put you on the council, but we will do that at some point. Now we do have a lot of titles and such to give away, though, which we can now afford to do. We've, of course, got White Bricks, Warwood, and Wishere. Float River's already landed, and when we get Pure Springs, we'll also be able to give that to someone who's currently Lord Jason of Pure Springs, a 2-year-old who is the... okay, yeah, okay. Right, let's have a look. Well, Ingram needs to be first landed, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Do we give him something better? We probably could in the future, but I don't know how long it's going to be until we have something better. He does have a daughter. We need to arrange a marriage for her, don't we? Make sure that she keeps the name of the family. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We don't really have anyone that we could wed. We've got this guy, Eamon Bruston, who I think is just a randomer. Let's go with him and her, and she will actually accept that, so we will go for that to make sure that House Cosset does not die out. Let's... Should we send Jonas Bracken to him? Yeah, why not? Educate Squire. Perfect. And then we will grant the title of... which one do we give to Cosset? Considering he is originally from the Westerlands, let's give him Wishere, which is right on the border. But first of all, though, are any of these currently empty? Dawngate has Lord Greyron in it. And Truthmine has... House Runic. So they're all taken care of. Yeah, so we can go ahead and give... that land to him. That's fine. If I can find him again. There we go. We will give you that land right on the border. Grant title. Wish here. Along with the vassals who come with that. There we go. So he's now got Wish here. Ingram Cossop became your vassal, and we can revoke title, modify vassal contract. Where is the... Who are his vassals? Yeah, they're his vassals. Perfect. So that's one sorted. So now we've got white bricks and wallwood to give away as well, but I think we do have the province of Sid's Roost to give away first. Let's have a look what loyal knights we do have. We do have Pate. We've got 2 to give away still. I'm not going to give anything to the Brackens because we could always use their claim later on to actually go for where the Brackens come from. We have got Jorin Redfield, who did serve our father well. We could always land him. Damwell Wakefield. We've got a lot of houses to land. In fact, we've got Strider as well, who's been loyal, who's our father's best friend. We've got more custom houses than I remembered having that actually need landing. So we're not going to land Edgar Strider because we, of course, didn't like him. He was our childhood bully. But as for you, we will grant you the title of Sid's Roost. There we go. Armitage Strider became your vassal. Accolade loses rank. Then we've still got city. That's a city, so we don't need to do anything with that. We've got Might Sing, Cockleshell, and Just Brick left. So we've still got a few left. Successor, worthiest of the man. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Right, for Wallwood. And then we've got White Bricks. There's not much difference between the two, I don't think. Who have we got left that I do want to land still? I would like to land Pate. Who is the older Pate? We've got Beslin Pate, who does have a son and heir, which is important, but then his son does not have any heirs of yet. And then the other Pate that we've got is Lucas Pate, who has a dead son without any heirs, and Walter Pate, son and heir, who's younger. Neither of them overly as impressive as the father. So how are these Pates related? Ah, okay, so Beslin Pate. So, yeah, so Lucas Pate would be the first in line, as you would say, if they were to inherit. So let's grant him the title of Wallwood. There we go. So we have Lucas Pate became your vassal. That leaves us White Bricks, but we do have Cockleshell to give away first. The province of Greensound Tower. Who rules here? House Meadowpike, which isn't a house, I don't think. Can we? We could revoke that title. Will we upset people? She'll lose opinion of us. We'll change her. She does have children as well, so we could always change this to one of your guys' houses. I'll have a look who we haven't added in just yet. And then for Cockleshell, who do we have left? We've done the Pates. We've still got several to land, haven't we? We've got Jorin Redfield, who does have a son and daughter. So, yeah, we'll grant him the title of Cockleshell, our father's ward, then Squire. Grant title. Jorin Redfield became your vassal. And then for Just Brick, let's have a look who we've still got. We have... Oh, we've got so many. Who's actually got heirs? I want to make sure they've got heirs. Roman Basgrove doesn't have any children yet. His wife's getting on a bit. If we land him, maybe he'll get some heirs. Lordship of White Bricks. Grant title. And he'll become the lord of that area. Robin Basgrove became your vassal. He's already on the council, so we haven't got to worry about that. Lord Robin of Float River does want to be on the council. We need to get this guy on the council somehow. He deserves it. He did side with us against the Lord. We'll go with Chancellor, because, yeah, we'll go with Chancellor. Assign. What's he? Yeah, he's got a stewardship education, so there we go. And that keeps him on side. Lord Micah, you can go and do one, mate. I couldn't care less what you think. You start acting up, we'll replace you. And your vassal, Lord Lucas, created the Liberty faction again. What? To the perceptive Robert, I gladly accept your marriage proposal. I'll graciously take the hand of your courtier Emmon in holy matrimony. Is that really how you reward us? You're going against us. Once lower crown authority. One member, Lord Lucas Pate. And that's how you reward the person who's just landed you, by automatically trying to go against us. Well, that's very nice. That's what you call gratitude. What can we do? We could go imprison murder. I don't really want to murder you, if I'm honest. We can't really get you more. You already have a great opinion of us, so that's quite annoying, to be honest. Very annoyed about that. Vassal who cannot join faction. It's not possible to start faction against you. Someone has a strong hook on you. Okay, we're going to have to... what are we going to do to... Who is your... Your son's not currently married. Let's arrange a marriage with your son. 24. I don't really think we have a sister for you. I think they're way too young for you. So, yeah, our sisters are way too young for this guy. Well, 24? Not... Yeah, it's too young. Too young. We'll just have to wait and see how that plays out, I suppose, and see what we can do with that. We could get our council trying to improve stuff. Gendry becomes your acclaimed knight. Okay, he's not even knighted, I don't think, though, is he? Worthiest of the Knights needs a successor. Which one is worthiest of the Knights? Worthiest of the Knights. Let's have a look. We don't have any options. Are you knighted? No. Let's offer you a knighthood then. He will accept. Is Breslin Pay is in charge of it with Lord Romond. Okay, as its successor. That is fine. How much manpower do we have now? 2,500 on our own, unfortunately. United Gendry. Perfect. So we do have, what, 4 lords underneath us and then several petty knights, which is fine. Dangerous faction. Wants lower crown or authority. And Lord Robin has joined it as well. This is how these guys thank you. This is so frustrating. They've both got a good opinion of us, though, so that's quite annoying. Can we do anything with their... Can we do anything to stop these from happening? What is our current crown authority? 3 high crown authority, which does upset people. Regent presumption, lady only, vassals. Quite annoying. Very annoyed about this. We're going to have to do something to stop. That's so annoying that we've got an instant faction. I wonder if we can hopefully get on Edmure's council. We're going to have to try and form some alliances, aren't we, now, with nearby people. Can we actually say declare war on you for... Cannot declare... Oh, yeah, of course we're in debt, aren't we, at the moment? But we do... I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, it is part of our de jure. And War for Loris's claim on the Kingdom of the Reach. My liege's war. Okay, he's getting involved with random stuff down in the Reach. That's fine. We haven't got our squire. We could do with a squire. How are our daughters, sisters now doing? Rosalind Grand, has she not had a child yet? No, which is a shame. Okay. I think we'll end this episode here, though. We've managed to achieve getting this High Lordship, but Pink Maiden, that needs to change, doesn't it? Let's be honest. Let's have a look at our lands. Our High Lordship of Pink Maiden. No. It is the High Lordship of the Grandlands. There we go. Much better. We'll keep the blue, of course. Submit. There we go. The Grandlands. Much better. Pink Maiden, my arse. But yeah, we will end the episode there. We have achieved our father's goals. There's much more. We're more ambitious than this. We will hopefully get this land at some point. Speaking of having factions against us, actually, wouldn't be a bad idea if we can negotiate this alliance with you. We have... Did we fail in romancing our wife? Unfortunately, I think we have, haven't we? So cannot romance her again for a while. That's fine. Instead, then, we will try and sway her father. because I think that would make a good alliance. He's got a lot of manpower, and that should help us in our Liberty War if they go against us. We've got our other sisters who we can marry out and get some sort of alliance power as well. But we will save that for the next episode. So thank you all so much for watching as always, guys. I really hope you've enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server as well, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode in the Rise of House Grand. The banner landed beneath the high table as Robert tugged unceremoniously at it and hit the ground. As ash from the hearth spilled forth, he peered down at it, the dancing lady, her fabric marred by ash, as she had been by blood in his dream. Not a day passed since Robert did not think of that dream. It woke him shuddering and drove him forward to hear. Robert glared at her now. What must be done, father, is done. He pushed it aside with the heel of his steel sabaton, the accustomed armour for any knightly boot. The dancing lady shifted and curled as the flames licked at her. She hissed her bloody dismay as the fire consumed her, and Robert smiled. House Piper had been brought low. The Vances had bludgeoned them, and now, contrary to how this affair had begun, House Grand had brought them to their knees. Robert liked that best of all. He is ready, my lord, a wart-faced man-at-arms named Pulfer told him, as he scuttled towards where the salt would have been kept, yet no revels rang off the rafters. Robert pushed a half-empty wine goblet towards Pulfer, asking him to drink of it. Robert too reached for the other, lifted it and shouted, "To House Piper, to Lord Mark." Pulfer drank deep, and only when he had acted did he see his lord staring at him, a smug smile painted across his thin lips, pouring his wine on the Moorish carpet at their feet, a costly pour. Robert thought as he left and reproached Pulfer behind, and made his way up the stairs to Lord Mark's tower cell. As he pushed open the doors, he was at once met with, "Gold, gold beyond your dreams, you!" Lord Mark's Ephorus turned to a rage as he saw the lord of the newly ensconed groundlands. "Traitor, foul lecher, have you come to make an end? Do it, craven." Lord Mark had hefted a candlestick to throw, its base bronze, but the hot wax dripped across his fingers. Robert doubted he would even notice. He sat, composed, and picked at a vine of grapes. "Kneel," he said, as composed and cunning as the creature upon his breastplate. "To the likes of you, never. He who needed the intervention of a woman to fulfill his schemes," Mark scoffed. "I will have your head for this." He pointed a thin bony finger at Robert, as strands of the red greasy hair covered one eye, sweat-bound. "You make a good point, speaking of heads, that is. There are two outcomes to this scenario, my lord. In an hour, some men might bring you food and drink, being the benevolent lord that I am, or," Robert picked another grape and popped it in his mouth, "they might bring you your daughter's head." Mark paled and stuttered for an answer. "Kneel, my lord," Robert said, as he draped his hand across the chair and presented the fox head ring for Mark to kiss. The mighty, but brought low lord of Pink Maiden fell to both knees, beaten, resigned, tears welling. "My lord," he whispered. Robert lifted his foe up and let himself be resigned in the knowledge that another rung had been climbed, and his father's ambitions had been realised. "Now for my own ambitions," Robert thought as he left the room.